Hello guys, welcome to Clapboard. Today we have someone very special, supremely talented, and a person who is having experience of and size of an elephant. So today we are in conversation with our dear professor, Chetas sir. Good morning, sir.
Hello, thank you for having me.
So today we'll be talking about a certain topic that every filmmaker should study, especially in India, and the topic is Vishal Bhardwaj. So I want to ask you, sir, what are your takes on Vishal Bhardwaj, and when was it when you were exposed to his cinema?
So Vishal Bhardwaj, there are two aspects to Vishal Bhardwaj. There is Vishal Bhardwaj, the music composer, and Vishal Bhardwaj, the filmmaker. So my introduction to Vishal Bhardwaj as an artist was through his songs in the films like Machis, and then he made a film called, I think, Blue Umbrella.
Yeah.
And so that was where I was introduced to him. Then when I went to study in the Film and Television Institute of India, we had a lot of interactions with him. In my first year itself, when I had just entered the campus, there was a major screenwriters conference that had happened in FTII, and a lot of stalwarts, Gulzar Sahab, Javed Akhtar, Anurag Kashyap, all of them had attended that conference in different capacities, and we had the privilege to listen to these people talk informally to each other outside the venue for a long time. So that was one very enlightening experience. I've been watching Vishal Bhardwaj's films for a very long time, and I personally believe that he is a textbook when it comes to creating a balanced form of cinema between mainstream as well as parallel cinema in the Hindi film industry.
So if we are talking about Vishal Bhardwaj, then we have to talk about Shakespeare as well.
Obviously.
Yeah. Three of his very successful or critically acclaimed films, Haider, Maqbool or Omkara, are the adaptation of Shakespeare's books. Right. So what are your takes on them? Which one is your favorite? What should a filmmaking student should learn from those films?
See, first I'd like to talk about adaptation in general, because Vishal Bhardwaj has not just adapted Shakespearean novels, he's also adapted stories written by Ruskin Bond in Satpur Maaf. So I think his style of adapting a book is very unique. Yeah. And I would go on to say that he is one of the most refined and well-established filmmakers who adapt from books. I think all of us have our own imaginations when we read a book, and all of us have gone through this experience where we watch the film of a book that we've read and we are terribly disappointed with the adaptation, with the on-screen representation of it. But I think Vishal Bhardwaj is someone who has done that very effectively. And I'll go on to specifically mention Haider, because in Haider he does not just adapt Hamlet, he adapts Hamlet into an Indian context, he Indianizes Hamlet, and he adapts Hamlet into a very sensitive and controversial Indian region of Kashmir, of the life of Kashmir. Yeah. So I think that is a very difficult thing to do, and I think he's done it very effectively. I think the character of Hamlet becoming the character of Haider is a very smooth and effortless transition. Nowhere do you feel that Hamlet of the pre-medieval times, of Shakespearean times, is a different character compared to the Haider of
Vishal
the
Bhardwaj.
Kashmiri location of modern times.
Okay. So I wanted to ask one more thing. Ki when we say, or I say Vishal Bhardwaj, who do you see? The Vishal Bhardwaj, the writer, the music producer, or the director?
So if this question was asked 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, maybe there would have been a demarcation and you would have been able to categorize the music director separately, the writer separately. But today, with the amount of work that he's done, where he's done all these three roles together, no, I think you end up talking about him, his identity, as a combination of all these three. It is very difficult to separate them today.
So, sir, let's take an example. We are not comparing anyone, just taking an example. There is Sanjay Leela Bansali, who is a writer, who is a director, and as well as a music producer, exactly like Vishal Bhardwaj. So, what makes the difference between two of them, that Sanjay Leela Bansali is another school and Vishal Bhardwaj is other school?
Okay, so good that you mentioned Sanjay Leela Bhansali as an example, because Sanjay Leela Bhansali is first a director who turned into a music composer for his films. There were people who composed for him in his initial films like Khamoshi and Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam. And then after a point, he started composing for his films.
Okay.
Vishal Bhardwaj started composition first and then shifted to being a filmmaker. So the categorization is Sanjay Leela Bhansali is a director turned music composer, and Vishal Bhardwaj is a music composer turned director. So what I mean, where it becomes very special for Vishal Bhardwaj is that because he has been a music composer and a music composer of a very refined niche domain, you will see that in all his films, not just the adaptations, in generally you will be able to see that the darkness of the story is not just revealed in, say, the visuals or the visual mood, but it is replicated very well in his sound design as well.
Yeah.
Although the sound designer in every film is separate, is a different person, but the mood, when you listen to the tracks of these films, not just the music track, but the audio track, you can identify that this is a Vishal Bhardwaj film.
Yeah. So far we have discussed about Vishal Bhardwaj, the director, Vishal Bhardwaj, the music producer. Now it's high time we discuss about Vishal Bhardwaj, the writer. Because one of the finest films for me, produced by Indian filmmaker Meghna Gulzar, was Talwar, and which was written by Vishal Bhardwaj. So what do you think? What does he do difference in his films that makes it so good?
See, I mean, the process that they follow is primarily they try to understand what is the story, what is the core of the story, what is the opinion of the story. Once that thematic is clear, no, everything else just becomes an audiovisual representation of the thematic. A lot of times what happens is people go for the written text rather than the thematic of it. And that is where the adaptation falls flat.
Yeah.
And I think that is where Vishal Bhardwaj really sets the tone very well.
So, do you have any specific incidents, it could be funny or serious, regarding Vishal Bhardwaj film or his filmography, style of filmography?
So there are two incidents where my personal connection with Vishal Bhardwaj, I have not worked with Vishal Bhardwaj, but I have a very individually established connection with him. We were doing Foley for one of our my projects, and before and after my film's shift timings, the Foley for Heather was supposed to happen in that same studio. The Foley artists are very renowned artists, and so while having lunch with them, we were just generally discussing that how different is it to work for someone like Vishal Bhardwaj compared to any other filmmaker. And they mentioned that in Heather, there is one song called Aao Na. Aao Na ke jahan gaya so jao, wherein there is this version where right after that iconic scene of holding the skull, there are these three grave diggers who are digging snow out of the graves, and they are singing this song. And Vishal Bhardwaj used the snow digging, the gravel, as a musical instrument to give a beat. And so they mentioned that it was very difficult. This was the first time where they had to give so many number of retakes for a Foley sound. Because Vishal Bhardwaj was present during the recording and he made sure that the sounds were in the same melody, tone and tempo as he wanted for any other musical instrument as he would have done. So that was one incident. It just shows what level of finesse he goes to make sure that the sounds are also accurate. Another incident was from my first year in the Film and Television Institute of India. So before we joined, a year ago, Kamine was shot on campus. So the song Raat ke 2:30 baje, I mean there are a lot of sequences that were shot within FTII. But the song Raat ke 2:30 baje was shot in this space called Shantaram Pond. And they had given a chance to a lot of acting students to be in the background. And when I was a student, when I was completing my first year, Kamini was released. So one of our security guards came to us, we were having lunch and he came to us and Mishra ji says, "आप लोग Kamine देखे?" So some of my friends had watched, उन्होंने कहा हाँ देखी अच्छी लगी. ओझा को देखे, प्रियंका के पीछे ही नाचा था. And one of my batchmates was a friend with the second unit DOP. He said, अरे वो उसका shot तो निकाल दिया है edit में. And the other person said, पर भोली है film में. Bholi was a pet dog on campus we had. And Mishra ji is super scandalized. Mishra ji is like, "Hi Ram, ओझा को निकाल दिया, कुत्ता को रख लिया." So this incident, I mean, it has been 15 years, but even today I can see Mishra ji's face in front of me when I say these lines. So it was a very funny incident that stayed with us.
So sir, we'll conclude after just one question. So what would you tell a new filmmaker, a new person who is coming into films to watch one film of Vishal Bhardwaj? What would it be?
See, that's a very difficult, I mean, if you have to give one film of Vishal Bhardwaj, it is very difficult. But I would suggest Heather, because Heather is a textbook in terms of performance, visuals, audio, music, everything. It's a benchmark.
Yes sir, thank you for coming on the show. So we'll wrap the show here and it was very lovely meeting to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll catch you guys in the next episode. Till then, stay safe. Love you all.